Hey, Life Church, Pastor Brock here, coming to bring you the morning devotional. And I'm so excited to be teaching and encouraging out of Luke chapter 8. Luke 8 is where the parable of the sower comes out. And so we also see that in Matthew 16. But Luke really kind of gives us the full scope of that parable. And I'm not going to read all the way through it, but just to give you the outlining of the parable of the sower. And many of you have heard this parable and heard it taught. But one of the things I wanted to kind of just bring importance to or shed light on is that in the parable of the sower, the four soils are talked about. And one of the things that we as believers have the responsibility of is the condition of the soil of our hearts. And that's what Jesus was going after. The disciples actually, after Jesus teaches this parable to the people, the disciples actually pull Jesus aside after because they're not understanding this parable. And so Jesus then sheds light on this parable later in Luke 8. And so one of the things that Jesus reveals is why he speaks in parables. And he does this and he says this, that those with ears, hear, all right? And what Jesus is saying is that what he was doing was he was actually speaking to the people who wanted to hear him rather than the people that were there just to get a miracle or just to see whatever this guy was that's speaking that people are saying is a good guy. Jesus was actually purposely kind of with a parable hiding things so that the person who is sincerely seeking him would actually lean in and begin to actually unravel that parable through the pursuit of their own heart. And that reveals the soil. See, what Jesus was saying is that as the soil of our hearts, it receives the seed, we are responsible for the condition of our hearts. We're responsible for how the soil is maintained so that when the seed is planted, it grows. Now, Jesus reveals that the soils, that with worry and with fear and with the cares of this world and also with temptations from the enemy, all those things mess the soil up so that when the seed hits, that we don't retain the seed. Understand this, Jesus' responsibility at that time was to sow the seed. It was the people's responsibility to condition their heart and get ready for the seed. That's why Jesus said, with those with ears, let them hear. Meaning, I'm going to give you something that you're going to have to actually work for a little bit because I want to see the pursuit. I just don't want to give you something that you go, oh, thanks, Jesus, and you throw it on the shelf. Rather, Jesus is always intentional with our pursuit. He wants to be pursued. He wants to be sought after. He wants a relationship. So the condition of our hearts and the soil of our hearts, we should say, is always up to us. Now, here's the beauty of it. Paul says this, that the work of the Holy Spirit actually helps us with this. So we're not alone, but we have to do a part in making sure our hearts are tender and that our hearts are also open to receive when the sower wants to sow. And here's the thing, the sower will sow when he or she wants to sow. Understand that. Every Sunday morning when Pastor Ken or Crystal, one of our pastors, preaches, that is seed being sown. How's the condition of your heart? Are you receiving? Are you taking notes? Are you growing? The biggest thing that I see in our American church model is that we sow a lot, but the soil has not been cultivated to receive. And so what I want to encourage us that this week and this month and this year, make it a commitment, a journey that you're going to make sure that the soil content of your heart is always ready to receive seed and always ready for it to grow. Now, growing is also on God. Paul says that Apollos came to water, I came to plant, but God grows it. Understand that the Holy Spirit does that work in us, but we are responsible for the tilling and the work of getting our hearts ready for the Word. So I encourage you, keep your hearts open, keep your hearts tender, ready to receive the Word of God, that seed that is incorruptible, that will always grow and always bear fruit. Have a great week, everyone. I love y'all, and I hope to see you this weekend.